Hello, beloved. Welcome to your reading. Let's have a look to see the messages that are here for you in this timeless reading. As usual, it is always important to allow your intuition to be available as I'm doing your readings, because your intuition will elaborate on the messages that are here so that this reading becomes powerful and personal. Speaking of personal readings, if you need a personal reading done, these can be found on my website, which is listed in the description box below. So we are going to be working with our oracle cards, and we're going to be working with maybe 2 different decks of tarot cards to really dive deep into this reading. Okay, so as I'm getting your tarot cards, I want to remind you that we have our new moon ceremony that is going to be happening on the 18th of June. So we are going to be using the energies of the Gemini new moon to plant our seeds of intention to manifest whatever it is that we want. Okay, so if you're wanting to be part of the candle magic ceremony for the new moon, the manifestation ceremony, go in the description box below. Again, go to my website and reserve your space on the ceremony. And then remember to write your petition and to send your petition to me as soon as possible. On my website, you'll be able to see other ceremonies that I do, like return to sender ceremonies, removing hexes, bad luck, love rituals, road opening ceremonies. If you feel people are gossiping about you, talking about you, there are shut up ceremonies as well. There is a lot that is available on my website. So go and have a look and see what it is that appeals to you. Beloved, we have all our cards on the table. So we've got quite a few cards that we need to process, that we need to go through. So please do have the energies of being disciplined enough to watch this reading all the way to the end. You are receiving 2 major arcana cards that are here. And it is interesting to me because you're receiving the Justice card and the World card. So let's get these 2 cards to the forefront and let's talk about these cards. So first of all, the Justice card. The divine wants you to understand that everything is going to work out just fine in the end. No matter what challenges, no matter what you're currently going through at the moment, the divine is saying balance and center your emotions, because you are about to finish a cycle that you've been experiencing for quite some time. For some of you, you've been through a lot of challenges. You've been through many different seasons, but it's coming to an end, because the World card is the last major arcana card. And because it's the last major arcana card, it indicates that there is a successful completion of a cycle. And then what happens when something is completed? Well, we start again. So you're going to be coming out the other side with a smile on your face, thinking and believing that the new chapter that is going to be unfolding is going to be beautiful. And guess what? It is, because the divine is literally telling you that you are going to love what happens next. You are going to love the next chapter of what is going to be unfolding for you. So I really love that you have the World card, because the World card is indicating that there are new beginnings. There are new chapters that are going to bring a lot of joy, that are going to bring a lot of growth. So you are going to be loving what is unfolding next. The divine is saying that it is important for you to understand, like I was saying, for some of you, you just feel like you've been through a lot of challenges. You've been through a lot. And the divine is saying that, listen, your payoff is just around the corner. So don't give up now. Don't feel discouraged now. Because it is always typical that most people quit just when things are about to change. We've read so many stories of people who literally, if they had just stayed one more day, if they had just went that extra mile, it would have changed their lives completely. The story that's coming to my head is that guy who was mining for gold for a long time, and he gave up. He sold his mine, and the person who bought the mine off him, what happened? He struck gold in a really short amount of time. I can't remember how long it was, but it was literally nothing. So I want you to go and Google that story, because what's going to happen? Well, I'm hearing that the next time you're about to give up, especially after you've really put in a lot of effort, you will remember that story, and that story is going to inspire you. So go and Google the story of the gold miner who gave up. I think it was just like literally within a mile or so, the person who bought the mine of him struck it rich, like big time. And this dude was kicking himself because if he had just kept on going just a little bit longer, he would have become filthy rich. Okay, so the divine is saying that, listen, the world card is here indicating a new beginning, a chapter is closing, especially a difficult chapter, and your efforts are going to pay off. You feel like you've been carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders for so long, and this is literally your guides. This is literally the divine, your ancestors that are here like, come on, literally just cross the mark. You are there, you are literally there. So the divine is saying that please, 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 whatever you do not give up. You are listening to this reading for a reason, and that reason is to inspire you to keep on going, to inspire you that yes, the divine understands that you've definitely been through so many challenges. Things have failed and failed and failed, and now you're here just wondering and thinking like, what is the point of it all? I am sick and tired of being sick and tired. The divine is saying, don't give up because your blessings are waiting for you just right there. I told you, just like literally around the corner. You can taste it. You can smell it. It is so close. The divine truly wants you to understand this. I want you to remember this reading, save this reading, okay? Because when you feel discouraged, when you're about to put this weight down, you're going to remember these two cards. You're going to remember that story of that gold miner, and you are going to get inspired to keep on showing up, because you are not going to be stealing your blessings from yourself. The divine is saying, carry on working, okay? And as you work, focus on your work, because you're going to be seeing that money, your health, joy is going to be coming in. Infinity blessings are on the way to you. So show up, be excellent, do the hard work that you need to do. Like, look at that. You got 2 cups that are there. You got 2 coins on the floor that are here. Okay. So I feel like for some of you within 2 weeks, boom, something is going to change. For some of you within 2 months, boom, something is going to change. Something is going to happen that is going to see you remembering this reading and having gratitude that you found this reading and that you didn't give up. So the divine wants you to understand that there is a feeling that is here where you truly need to remember that when it's all said and done, greatness is yours. It was written for you. But for some of you, the challenges that you're experiencing, some of these are part of growth. Some of these are because maybe you keep giving up and then you don't get to the end point. Some of these are for whatever reason. But for some of you, the divine is saying that this is divine timing that you're working with, and you need to remember that greatness was written for you, because when you remember that greatness was written for you, it is going to inspire you to keep going. It is going to inspire you to finish the race, to cross the line. Stop keep on procrastinating. Stop keep on going back to old behaviors that are getting you back to ground zero. It is time for you to finish the crossing line. That time when you want to engage in toxic behaviors, when you're saying to yourself, I'm just going to have one more drink. I'm just going to do this one thing. But you know that one thing is the very same thing that keeps holding you back. You're going to remember that reading. You're going to remember this reading. You're going to put that bottle down. You're going to put those pills down. You're going to put that toxic behavior down. You're going to put that self-sabotaging behavior down. You are going to stop yourself from making an error that is going to push your progress back a couple of months, a couple of years. Because the divine is saying that for some of you, something can just happen that could trigger you to want to pick up that bottle and start drinking. But you are going to remember all the hard work that you've put in, and you are going to say no. And you go back and put the effort in. You go back and do something that just gets you out of your mind from getting that bottle, from going and doing whatever it is that you usually do. Because the divine is saying that you are finding this reading for a reason. It is meant to give you the inspiration. It is meant to give you the wisdom that you need. You are the king of your castle. You are meant to be great. You are great. And you're meant to remember that this journey sometimes, yes, it gets complicated. Yes, it gets challenging, but don't keep freezing yourself in your situation. Don't keep freezing yourself and making yourself stuck in scarcity, in challenges that keep on going on and on and on. You finally learnt your lesson. The penny has finally dropped, and now you're being upgraded to the energies of the King of Swords. And I love the fact that our King of Swords is holding his sword of truth in his hand, and the greatness is written for you. Our Queen, she is holding her sword of truth in her hand. So the truth of the matter is, greatness was written for you and is still written for you, but it is up to you to make the decision to carry on being stuck, to carry on engaging in procrastination, self-sabotaging behavior, whatever it is that you do that brings chaos in your life. You have the number 5, and the number 5s bring a chaotic type of energy. They bring an energy of pain, regret, and the divine is saying that finally you're saying no once and for all, and you're finally learning the lesson. You're taking the sword of truth, and you're remembering that your kingdom is waiting for its queen, is waiting for its king. Your throne is empty, and you're remembering that you must put the effort in to make things right. And as you put the effort in, your efforts are going to be paid back handsomely. So it is important for you to start working in silence as you're making progress, because some of you want to tell your friends, and your friends are going to be like, no, carry on drinking. Come on. Oh, why are you being so boring these days? You're starting to work silently. You're starting to become an introvert. You're starting to keep yourself away from people who don't encourage you to stay on the straight and narrow path. So the divine is saying, work on your goals in silence, because you don't need your friends. You don't need other people to be encouraging you. This job that is at hand is between you, your guides. It's about you. It's not about anyone else. And your guides, your ancestors, your angels are going to be here supporting you, especially when things get hard, because the payoff is indeed going to be great. Because the payoff is right around the corner. You have the energies of the Queen of Cups. So the divine is showing you finally surrendering, releasing, let go of all the toxic things, negative things that usually get you when you're feeling emotional, when you're feeling like life is difficult, when you're feeling like life is challenging, when you're in your feelings. This is when you betray yourself, and this is when you engage in toxic behaviors. This is when you self-sabotage. But finally you're like, no, my throne is waiting. It is empty. I cannot carry on doing this. You sit with your emotions, you process everything, and you let go of everything that is keeping you in a time loop, that is keeping you imprisoned, because finally you are remembering that you're great. And greatness is written for you. So come and claim your throne as the Queen of Cups, as the King of Swords. So the divine now sees you here going on a new path, on a new journey, because finally the penny has dropped. Okay, finally you have picked up the penny, and you're finally understanding why the penny suddenly dropped, and you're understanding things on a deeper level. So maybe listen to this reading 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, especially when you're gonna give up. Save this reading and come back to it again and again and again, and stay on the path until you are the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups. So beloved, this is the message that the divine wanted you to hear, and inspire you to carry on going, and to inspire you to not keep on betraying yourself, but instead to remember that greatness was written for you, and that you are going to love the next chapter that is going to be unfolding. You're finishing up the karmic cycle, and you're coming to the other side, and you're going to be loving what happens next. Okay, so this is the reading that I have for you. Again, if you need to cut the cords to self-sabotaging behaviors that are keeping you stuck, if you need to do the removing hexes, bad luck, okay, everything that you need to know, you can go to my website and you can see all the different spells, rituals that I do that have assisted and helped so many people. So if you feel that you need extra help, don't be afraid to get in touch, okay? Purchase your candle, write your petition, send it to me, and I'll do the rest, okay? So I'm going to see you very soon, and it is a goodbye from me. Bye.